Rockstar families, and welcome to the math station of our family night tonight. I have a couple of things for you to do here and a couple of things that can be extended into the home that you'll be able to take home with you. First of all, you'll see in the room right now an estimation jar. In our jar tonight are mints, and the winner of the estimation jar tonight gets to take home the entire jar. And as you'll see, every single mint has 12 red stripes on it. Your job is to determine how many red stripes are in this jar if there are 12 on each mint. Go ahead and put your guess with a unit, stripes, and your name on the card into the container that is right in front of this jar. And the winner will be announced at the end of the evening. So that's the first task in estimation jar. Go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll move on to the next task when you're done with the estimation. Okay, now that we're done with the estimation, the next thing I have for you tonight is actually some work with fractions, and it's just a simple tic-tac-toe game. Okay, so as you'll see, there's a board for you right in the room, as well as a dice. Okay, and what happens is I put this in a sheet protector tonight so that you can take it home. You can, use a dry erase marker on it, erase it, and play it over and over again. An equivalent fraction is a fraction that equals two fractions that have the same value, but they might have different numbers. So as you'll see on this board, there are actually 4 games on every single board, and what happens is 2 people play. If you roll a 1, you have to find a fraction that's equivalent to 1/4. If you roll a 2, you have to find a fraction that's equivalent to 1/2. If you roll a 3, you have to find a fraction that's equivalent to 1/3. And then what you can actually do is put your X or O on the board if you find that. Okay, and then you can write the winner below the board. Now, if you're kind of confused about equivalent fractions, I've left a couple of things for you. I've actually left a fraction bar chart in the back of every single one of these game boards so that you can color it in and see if fractions are equivalent to one another. Play this game for about the next 4 or 5 minutes. Put it into your bag to take home. It's a great way to practice fractions and get that number sense down. Go ahead and pause the video. After you played the game for a little bit, go ahead and turn it back on, and I'll give you your last task for the math. Okay, Rockstar family, so for the final task tonight, I just want you to scan the QR code that's right in front of you that is under the words Digit Whiz. This is kind of a new activity that I've signed up all of the Rockstars for. It reminds me a lot of Class Dojo. And here you'll see on my screen is the general login page. And if you come up here to the purple login and just click login, in the room right now you were given the login card that has all of your students' information. So I'm just going to type mine in. Now they're going to have to choose student. I'm going to just type in mine for teacher. After you log in, using that information, you're going to be directed to a screen that looks a little bit like this. The reason that I am using this site now is because a lot of the rock stars have told me that they're kind of bored with first in math now. And I think this is something that's going to take us to the next level because it caters the games to the student's level. So the first thing that everyone should do is, when you get to the game section, actually take a placement quiz. If you take the placement quiz in multiplication, then the games that you play in multiplication are going to be catered to your level. So after you take a placement quiz, explore the site a little bit tonight. You can play this at home. We're going to play this during guided math and in the classroom. I'm just going to show you a sample here under multiplication. Some of the really cool things that they have. Number one, you can work with multiples. You can work with factors. You can just work with general facts, or you can work with prime factorization, which we've been working on a lot in class, which I just think is amazing. So after it loads, here you'll see that we are trying to prime factor the number 80. So you have to take the numbers, drag them up. What would prime factor? Well, I know 8 times 10 equals 80. Okay, and then you keep going. So on and so on, and you can click prime or composite. It's just an incredible site, and it's really going to help us with that mental math. So go ahead and take a few more minutes to explore this. Take your login home. You can get on this at home, get on it at school. It prints reports. It's incredible. Like I said, it really reminds me like Class Dojo, and it will help us with our math fact fluency and our general number sense. So go ahead and explore this. After you've looked over for a couple minutes, you can go ahead and leave the room and head on to your next station.